This is one of the strangest cases in Ireland. A newborn baby is found dead on a quiet beach. Decades pass. DNA finally gives answers. Police may know now who the parents are, but even today, no one has been charged, and the most important question is still missing. What actually happened to that baby? Let's go back to the beginning. It is April 1984. A man walking on White Strand Beach in County Kerry makes a discovery that will shock the entire country. He finds the body of a newborn baby boy. The baby is later named Baby John. But from the very first moment, something doesn't feel right. This is not a busy area. It is remote, quiet, not a place someone would randomly pass through. So the first question is simple. Why here? Why was the baby brought to this exact place? Then comes the next detail. The baby was not just lying there in a random way. According to reports at the time, he appears to have been wrapped and placed. That changes everything, because now we are not looking at something accidental. This looks deliberate, careful, controlled. So now ask yourself, if someone took the time to place the baby like that, what were they trying to hide? And then the case takes a turn that still confuses people today. At the same time Baby John is found, Garda are investigating another case. A woman named Joan Hayes is accused of being the mother. But here is where things break. Investigator claims she had given birth to two babies, two different fathers, at the same time. That is not possible. It cannot happen. This became one of the biggest scandals in Irish legal history because it showed something serious. The investigation was not just wrong, it was built on something impossible. So now we have to ask a bigger question. If the investigation got something this basic wrong, what else did they get wrong? Years pass, then decades. The case becomes cold. No answers, no clear suspects, no clear story. Just one fact that never changes. The baby was found on that beach, and nobody could explain how he got there. Now, fast forward to modern time. Technology changes everything. DNA testing becomes powerful, precise, reliable, and finally, after all these years, investigators find something real. According to reports, DNA testing identifies a man and a woman as the biological parent of baby John. This should be the moment everything is solved. This should be the breakthrough, the missing piece, but instead, it creates more questions, because what happened next makes no sense. The couple are arrested in 2023, but then they are released. No charge, nothing. And now, guards have sent a full file to the Director of Public Prosecutions, which means one thing. Even with DNA, they still cannot say exactly what happened. Think about that. They may know who the parents are, but they still cannot explain the crime. So now we are left with something very strange. Let's break it down. First question, if the parents are known, why is nobody charged? Is there not enough evidence? Is there no clear cause of death? Or is there something missing from the timeline? Second question, what happened between the birth and the beach? Because that is the part no one can explain. We know where the baby ended up. We may know who the parents are, but we don't know what happened in between. That gap is everything. Third question, why was the baby placed in that specific location? Why Strand is not random? It is quiet, isolated. Someone chose that place, but why? What does it mean to be hidden or meant to be found? Fourth question, why did the original investigation go so wrong? This is not a small mistake. This is a case where authorities believed something that could not physically happen. So now you have to wonder, did that mistake destroy the truth? Did it push the real answers further away? And maybe the most disturbing question of all, why has nobody spoken? This happened decades ago. No confirmed confession, no clear witnesses, no one stepping forward to explain what happened, just silence. So now we try to make sense of it. The first theory is the official direction, that the baby died and the body was placed on that beach. This fit the physical evidence. It explains why the baby was found the way he was, but it does not explain the full timeline, and it does not explain why. Even now, there are no charges. The second theory is that something happened during or shortly after birth, something that was never reported, and instead of calling for help, a decision was made, a quiet one, a hidden one. But again, this is a theory, because the exact details have never been confirmed publicly. And then there is the third possibility, the one that makes people uncomfortable, that the truth was lost, not just in time, but in the investigation itself, that early mistakes, false assumption, and pressure may have buried the real story before it could ever come out. So, where does that leave us? We have DNA, but no clear crime. We have a location, but not full timeline. We have possible parents, but no answers. And that's creates a very strange situation, because usually, the more evidence you have, the clearer things become. But in this case, the more we learn, the less it seems to make sense. So now I want to ask you, what do you think happened? Why was the baby brought to that beach? Why, after all these years, is nobody charged? And the biggest question of all, did investigators miss something back then? Or is the truth still being hidden today? Because one thing is certain, this case is closer to answers than ever before. And somehow, it is still a mystery. Thank you.